Hi, I'm Allie.
And I'm Kristen.
And we're Yuri in real life. So we're doing LC Comics tag. I'm just going to run through the questions really quick. It's kind of what is your favorite stuff having to do with comics. We've got visual examples, so you're welcome. All right, let's just start off. Favorite publisher. I think we're pretty on board with this.
DC.
DC for both of us. With Image being a close second for me.
DC is my jam.
I'm just laughing at Pablo.
We are coming live from well, not live, but you know what I mean. We're at my parents' house right now. We have to do a little bit of here and there cat sitting. They're in Europe till the end of the month, so.
Hence the fancy fireplace.
Compliments of my father.
Yeah, so.
Handy dude.
Okay, then favorite character, hero. For me, it's kind of dual action. My favorite female hero is Oracle. My favorite male hero is Superman.
I'm still a bit new to comics, so I'm going to apologize up front if my answers sound a little bit generic to some of these questions. But for now, my favorite superhero would be Wonder Woman. She's legit.
Too legit to quit.
Yeah.
Okay, then we have favorite anti-hero. For me, that would be Red Hood.
For me, it's Harley Quinn.
Who would win in a battle?
Probably Red Hood.
I was going to say Harley.
Really? You think so?
Maybe.
I guess it depends on what weapons Harley has with her.
She's just crazy, man.
She's a little violent.
Favorite villain. This one was a bit more difficult for me. I noticed that I don't know, I guess I don't pay that much attention, but one that really had an impact on me was Hush. So that's the one I'm going with.
Right on.
Yeah.
I love villains, so it was a little bit difficult for me to choose one. You know by watching our other videos that we play a lot of Dice Masters, and usually my deck setups are usually all villains, and that's kind of how I roll. But my favorite villain would be the Injustice Superman.
He's a dick.
He's a dick, and I love that. I don't like Superman in general. He's too vanilla for me. But Injustice Superman is... Injustice Superman's pretty sweet. So, that's my answer.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Favorite sidekick or ex-sidekick?
Favorite sidekick!
For me, again, Barbara Gordon with Batgirl, but I would take Cassandra Cain, Stephanie Brown. I just love Batgirl. Some people would argue not a sidekick. But,
Batgirl.
Oh, yeah.
Batgirl.
Sorry, it's got Pablo hair on it. This is a nice Chinese shirt that Kristen got me for my birthday. I do. Batgirl is my jam.
Barbara Gordon preferred over Cassandra Cain, right?
Well, I prefer Barbara as Oracle. So then it would go probably Stephanie Brown, Cassandra, and then Babs back as Batgirl, just because I'm so salty about her not being Oracle anymore.
Fair enough. Mine is Nightwing. I don't like Dick Grayson as Robin for some reason. I just don't like Robin. But Dick Grayson as Nightwing is pretty sweet. So that's my answer.
Okay, so then we got favorite comic book team. For this one, I do not have a physical of it because I just have it digitally. It's kind of, my favorite run of it is a little bit farther back, so it's a little harder to get. That would be Birds of Prey.
Same boat. Haha, I only have digital copies of this. I found volume 2 of a decent run at Half Price Books yesterday, but it was so beat up, and it was volume 2 that I talked myself out of it. But Gotham City Sirens is my jam. So yeah, we like that all-female team thing. We like females.
I did an awkward
Did you
wink.
do your awkward eyebrow wiggle?
No, I did my awkward wink.
Oh my god. Stop it.
Okay, then we have favorite comic book writer. This is easy. Hands down, Gail Simone. Anything Gail does, I pick up. No questions asked. I don't even look at the synopsis. I'm like, yes, I will buy you. I will read you.
My answer is not that in depth. Like I said, I'm still pretty new to comics, but from what I can gather, from what I keep picking up, I tend to kind of, I don't know, there's a pull towards Jeff Johns, and that's where I am right now.
Which you're lucky,
Subject to
because
change.
there's quite a bit of it, and he actually is a pretty great writer.
He writes a lot. He really does, right? So, I mean, that's subject to change, obviously, as I get more into it, but for now.
Okay, favorite comic artist. This one's hard, because anyone who actually reads Image knows all of the really creative stuff that they do, and all the different kind of art that they're just allowed to run with, and so if I had to pick, I would say Sana Takeda for Monstrous. She's done some other work, some Marvel work. I think she did an X-23 run, but you can't really see it probably from this far away. But if you haven't seen the art, I would definitely look up Monstrous, and I would definitely check it out. Honorable mention, and there's so many people on this book, it's really hard to tell, because they really just put a lot of effort in it. This is another Image. This is called Motor Crush. If you have not read this, I would definitely pick it up. It's very different. It's very fun. The colors are just amazing.
It looks really good.
It's like, again, you probably can't see it very well, but this is just really cool. And I guess I can just run through the creators. We have Brendan Fletcher, Cameron Stewart, Babs Tarr, and then there's just a bunch of other people on it, but it's just so cool looking.
It looks really good.
Yeah.
It looks really good. Mine would be Jamie McKelvey. She does the art, well, this person, I don't know if Jamie is female or not, but this person does the artwork for The Wicked and Divine. Not quite an indie comic, but
It doesn't have to be.
slightly off the beaten path anyway, but the artwork in these, I keep flipping to like chapter endings, but
Like, yeah.
they're so good.
And it really, for that story in particular, the art is incredibly important
Yes.
to tell the story, because it's so over the top. It's supposed to be like, it's supposed to be gods, right? So how do you show that they're gods? Well, they still look like normal people. And it's just with these scenes, with these amazing colors, and they show these miracles, and they show these kind of examples of godhood, and they do that through the art.
It's so good. It's so good.
Okay, then we have favorite comic book run. So Gail Simone did 2 runs for Birds of Prey. My favorite is her first run. That's the one that is harder to get. Like, if you want to get single issues of Birds of Prey, it is really hard. If you want to pick up the trades, I mean, it's not as bad. It costs a bit more because they're out of print. So I just have them digitally. But I've been waffling back and forth whether I want to go down the road of picking up the singles when I see them, if I just want to keep it to I almost said Babs' run, to Gail Simone's first run. But yeah, that's probably my favorite run.
Mine is Blackest Night. I mean, aside from the awesome artwork, there's a lot of depth to it. It's been a hot minute since I've read it, but holy shit.
And I think Jeff Jones did like Agent Orange, Blackest Night, Brightest Day. I think he did that whole kind of event. Yeah, we're still...
It's heavy. It's heavy stuff, but I really like it.
It was fun.
Yeah. Heavy and yet fun at the same time. It was it's a shit show.
Little. Yeah. I mean, they pretty much, it was very kind of zombie-esque. They didn't really know what to do. I've read it more recently. But I haven't read Agent Orange or Brightest Day yet. We're trying, guys. Like, if you saw our TBR right now...
Oh, God.
But I'm cool with that, because work's nuts for me right now, so I like to come home, and we have, like, just it all kind of, like, it takes up a whole wall, And it's really nice to just come home, come into the living room, and just see all of our stuff and just like be able to pull something off and read it. So if you really want to see what we're currently reading, GoodReads is a great place. I'll link it below. I mean, it's just we kind of go with what we feel. We've also started this new game. Oh, you didn't bring the whole pad. But essentially, I numbered 1 through 20, and it's kind of a roulette. And so we just list 20 titles for our TBR, whether it be like one volume or like a run. And then
we use our 20-sided die and roll for it.
We roll like, you know, like from D&D or any other tabletop game. So we roll the 20-sided die, and then we just read that one next. If we don't feel like picking, I know I'm also making my way for the first time.
Walking fast, faces past, I'm homebound. But do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
I love you, but I kind of want to hit you right
I
now.
really just had sugar today.
No, for the first time I'm making my way through Watchmen. I got like this nice collector's edition. I will backhand you. I love you, but you kind of deserve. So anyway, I'm really.
Right? Talking about Batman?
No, I'm talking about Watchmen.
Fuck. Sorry.
Show him hidden all. Anyway, I don't even know where we are anymore.
Watchmen. You're talking about Watchmen now. TBR?
Yeah, no, not yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna cut this conversation. We can take this offline in Discord if you want to talk about Watchmen with me. It's my first time experiencing it, and I'm getting prepped for the event that's coming later this year, which I think they're calling it Doomsday Clock, where they're gonna start incorporating Watchmen into the regular DC universe. So yeah.
Sounds exciting.
Did you? Yeah, you talked about yours. Okay.
I did.
Favorite indie series? I keep trying to explain to my lovely Kristen that Image is not indie, but she doesn't. Wait, you brought Shield though, didn't you?
I brought Shield.
So mine, I don't have a physical copy of. This was kind of a self-published through Kickstarter. Then it got picked up by, I want to say, Valiant.
Sounds right.
Or Vault or something. It got picked up by a smaller publishing company, and now it's really hard to get the physicals because I wasn't into physical comics as much when it started being published, and also I already had it on digital, so I didn't really see the point. But that's Heathen. And if anybody's interested in that, just let me know, and I'll give you much more information about that.
Okay, so since Image doesn't really count as indie, I'm still new. Don't make fun of me.
No, that's fair.
I
mean, I think you could have counted Image as indie maybe 10 or 15 years ago, but like right now it's definitely part of the big three in my opinion. Like you have
that's fair.
DC,
Marvel
and Image. And Image is just, it's because they're allowing creators to do what they want to do without all this kind of editing. Like DC, you can't have any characters marry this year, or we're not doing this now, or I need to see more of Nightwing's ass.
Don't we all?
I
don't
mean,
need to see Nightwing's ass.
I know Gail Simone loves Nightwing's ass, and so I always like that joke. It's not for me.
I haven't gotten to that in Nightwing just yet, but so I picked something that's published by Dark Circle, which truly is indie, but I have not read it yet. But I'm very excited to read it because the hero has red hair. It's called The Shield. So far, they're only on volume 4. I think
it's complete, isn't it?
I don't know if it's complete yet. I'm up to date for sure.
I'll have to look that up on their website.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up. But I'm really excited to read it. It's in my TBR list. So I'll get to it eventually, but for now, it just looks pretty and I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, the art looks really cool. What you have essentially, from what I've seen of the art, is you have almost like a female Captain America looking thing, which is kind of
like. But I hope she's not Captain America because meh.
I don't know.
She has a gun.
Oh, she has a gun. So there you go. Favorite ongoing series? To no one's surprise, it is the current Rebirth run of Superman.
I'm shocked it's Superman.
Yeah, I mean, but it's really good. And even when we were at Elite Comics, he was like, yeah, for anybody who wants to get into Rebirth right now, I tell them to start with Superman. It's just, what they essentially did, and I should have brought it, but there was a Road to Rebirth series. Basically, they killed the New 52 Superman, and they brought in from another world an older Superman who's married to Lois, who has a kid, who's a lot more secure in what he's capable of, and wisdom, because in New 52, all of our main Justice League characters and everything were reset to a younger age. They made a lot of stupid mistakes. They're kind of going through the growing pains of New 52. Well, now you got somebody who's older, wiser, who comes in. He really embodies Superman's character, and he doesn't need validation from anybody else. He knows what he's doing. And so it's really nice to see him this strong again. Also, the stuff with his kid and Lois, oh my god. So Lois, this is probably in Action Comics actually, but she actually puts on a bat suit at one point and beats the shit out of somebody, and it's kind of fabulous. So, well, because he was out of commission. Superman was out of commission. So they're doing this really interesting thing with Superman's family, and there's these great dynamics, and he's a great, Superboy is a great foil for Damian, and they're actually getting their own spin-off series called Superboys, which I'll be picking up. So I'm just having a really great time with this. Honestly, I could probably reread it, like, right now. Anyway, your turn.
They do touch on that kind of familial situation with the new Superman on the new Justice League, the Rebirth, which, if you've read, it's just kind of meh.
It is meh. We picked up the first volume.
I will likely pick up the next one to see if it gets any better.
For a lot of the meh titles, I think because with the Rebirth, they're kind of pulling in all these events and different elements. We'll probably be picking up a lot of it still, even if it's just meh, because as you guys know,
it might take a hot minute for it to...
Teams change, writers change. As these events happen, things are going to change. And we just kind of wanted the background knowledge, having not really read New 52 at all, to know what's going on, to kind of be part of that. And we are picking stuff up in trades for the most part, but I'm picking up events in single issues and Batwoman in single issues. So
yeah, Batwoman.
The art's great. So yeah. What's yours?
Mine is the all-new Guardians of the Galaxy.
What?
Marvel?
Marvel?
No! Ah!
This,
Please ignore the fact that this is Marvel, but oh my god.
we love Guardians. Like, to us, Guardians is not wholly in the Marvel universe. I know it technically is, but it's got its own thing going on.
It is. It's like its own separate thing, which is good because there's just something about Marvel that just doesn't rub me the right way.
And I can only hold one universe in my head at a time. And the Marvel, I keep trying to get into it because, like, I have friends who main Marvel, and I can't get myself to care.
Nah. But, so I'm up to date on their singles right now. There's only 4 plus the annual. I have all of them. The artwork is great. The humor is always there.
Oh, I wish you guys could see this up close. But it's got Drax, who's like meditating, and then Baby Groot on top, who is on top of his head, who is also meditating.
Really
and then you have
cute.
this kind of like chaos. Honestly, it's so much fun.
It's just so fun, and it's so good, and I can't wait to read more of it, and I'm just really enjoying this so far. Plus, we just recently, within the last month or two, saw the second Guardians movie, which we really enjoyed as well. So yeah, it was fresh on my mind. So when I saw these at Elite, I was like, yes. Oh, it wasn't at Elite. It was at Bebop Comics.
No, it was at Lawrence. Or was that big place?
Actually, it was at Bebop when I first saw them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But really fun, really enjoying these. The plot is actually pretty damn good. I'm hooked. I'm ready for more. So.
Yeah, so we're picking up the single issues of that.
It's so fun. I'm ready for more. Son of a bitch.
Okay, so favorite comic book adaptation. We did film, TV, and games. These are going to be kind of generic just because there's only so much to choose from. I didn't really go back into the 90s because it's been so long since I watched, like, The Adventures of Superman, and then the Batman animated series, and then Justice League Unlimited, and all that kind of stuff that was really, really great back in the day. but I mean, Teen Titans, the original one, just special place in my heart, but it's just been a while. So we picked more current stuff. For film,
We have the same answer.
and I feel kind of bad saying this because I feel like I should be saying Wonder Woman, but
Wonder Woman was great,
but the Dark Knight trilogy for us, just you have like this whole arc, right? So it's kind of cheating because it's 3 films, and it was just so well done in my opinion. I know a lot of people
kind of sitting at home going,
kind of poop on it now, and I think it's because it became so mainstream. But for me, it really did capture Batman's shitty attitude, the way he kind of goes through women, all the kind of things that he had to deal with. I mean, it was true to the comics for the most part for me, and I liked the combat, and I liked a lot of it.
There was more, it had the more psychological aspect included in it. Because when you compare it to the movies from like the 80s and 90s, those are great. Don't get me wrong. I adore them. But
Yeah.
they're more humorous.
They're so campy.
Which those are enjoyable, and there's certainly a time and place for them. But
I
there's
grew
just
up
something.
with the Riddler one.
Oh, totally.
And
so fun.
That's still my favorite. I think we had that one on VHS, and I just watched it again and again and again. And so if I had to pick, that's my favorite because it's the one I didn't even watch the Michael Keaton ones until college.
I grew up on the Michael Keaton ones. I think the
She's
first one.
old.
I'm not that old. I was born in 1988, so the first one came out when I was 3 in 1991, I believe. But the Michael Keaton one, the original Michael Keaton one, I really, really liked.
I have a hard
Very
time
good.
viewing that tiny Michael Keaton as Batman. Like, he can't move his neck.
Oh no! Don't ruin it for me. This is my childhood.
I'm sorry. All right, I'll
But
stop.
it's good. So we really enjoyed the Dark Knight trilogy, and we really touch on how really like in depth it is, and it has a lot going for it. Don't poop on our choice, please.
I'm now wondering if I hit the record button.
Oh my god.
Maybe I did. Anyway, TV, Supergirl.
Flash.
And then games, we have the same answers. Injustice
Justice
2
2.
for now, and then Batman Arkham City was amazing when it came out. And I want to wrap this up because I don't know if I hit the record button.
We're gonna hope you did, because I'm not doing this again.
Yes, you are. All right, thanks, guys. Thank you, LC Comics, for tagging us. I don't really have anybody to tag that you haven't already tagged. So again, RX Mom.
So if you're watching this, tag you're it.
I was gonna tag someone. So I just want RX manga reviews, I think is his full title. To do his, because I know Apollo already did his. All right, thanks guys.
Bye.
Ah, did I turn this on? I did.